Welcome back, America. Can you imagine, Marc Thiessen, a nation, Iran, they have 90 million people, very westernized prior to this Islamist revolution. This is really a counter-revolution to the Islamist revolution. And the free people of Persia, what they can contribute to the world, their culture. I mean, Americans need to understand this is a culture that goes back thousands of years. It is a wonderful culture, brilliant people, people who were used to Western values, people who were used to that kind of belief system, having this imposed on them. What could this be like, a free Persian people?
Well, first of all, just from a pure national interest perspective, it would mean that Iran is no longer a threat. I mean, this is a death cult of Shia radicals who want to get a nuclear weapon. You know, most countries want to get a nuclear weapon because they want to deter people from attacking them. So it's like a protection for their regime. These dictators want these weapons because no one will touch them if they have a nuclear weapon. The Shia radicals want to use it because their ideology is about bringing about the end times. And so this is literally a death cult running a country, and they cannot be permitted to get a nuclear weapon. Every president in my lifetime since the Iranian Revolution has said that they will not be allowed to get a nuclear weapon. Only Donald Trump actually took action to destroy the nuclear program, but they can reconstitute it. They can reconstitute their ballistic missiles, their air defenses. They can start reconstituting it. We could take it out again. But the best way to deal with the problem is to help the Iranian people get rid of the regime, because then it won't be a threat. And then we'll have actually an ally in Iran. And imagine the transformation that will have taken place under Donald Trump if this happens. Syria is the regime of Bashar al-Assad gone. Hezbollah gone. Hamas destroyed. Iran, a free and democratic country. And then let's expand beyond the Middle East. Venezuela could be a free democratic American ally that's working with us to reduce the price of oil and all the rest of it. And I think now that Venezuelan oil has come up, I bet you on Donald Trump's term, and by the time his term is over, Cuba will be a free country. Can you imagine? That is a democratic transformation of the world unseen since Ronald Reagan and the revolutions of 1989. And it could happen on Trump's watch. I'm going to predict on your show, and you can play it back if I'm right, and you can play it back if I'm wrong, that Donald Trump, before he leaves office, will visit a free Iran, a free Havana, and a free Caracas, and will be greeted as a hero in each one of those capitals.
And that's how you have a legacy for 1,000 years as a great statesman and leader, and the whole world treats you that way. He's already viewed that way in Israel. He's already viewed that way in many parts of the world. I agree with you. But I just wanted to add, I believe Donald Trump will do what he said he's going to do. That's the kind of man he is. I think he sees these videos. He knows exactly what's going on. People really need to pay attention to how he conducts himself, his head fakes and other things that he does, and so forth and so on. He's actually quite brilliant at dealing with this.
Yes.
But a free Iran means all that intelligence, all that human resources will be applied to science and technology, medicine, because the Persian people, this is what they're known for, rather than terrorism and nuclear weapons and so forth and so on. The possibilities are endless, are they not?
And not only that, it means we can finally pivot away from the Middle East. Why do we have troops in Qatar? Why do we have to send aircraft carriers to the Middle East? Because of Iran. If the Iranian regime is no more, and Iran is a free and democratic country allied with the United States, we can deploy those resources to the Caribbean. We can deploy those resources to the Pacific. We can focus all our money and attention and troops and weapons on deterring the Chinese communist regime from invading Taiwan and from threatening our interests. So every president has said, oh, we want to pivot from the Middle East. We're so tired of being tied down on the Middle East. Donald Trump could pivot away from the Middle East by ending this regime. And that would free up resources, it'd free up taxpayer money. There's so many benefits.
And compare what Trump has done to what Biden left him. It's just night and day. It's so incredible, these two different belief systems. Marc Thiessen, thank you, my friend. Keep up the great work. You're a wonderful voice out there. God bless.